In 2019, a study conducted by USA Today ranked Waianae, Hawaii as one of the worst cities to live in the United States. For those of us who grew up on Oahu, this study isn't very surprising.
Most everybody in our community depend on the EBT, food stamps.
Which leads to the Waianae we often hear about, challenged by drugs, crime, and poverty.
News from KHON2, happening now.
A quiet afternoon on the Waianae coast rattled after gunshots ring out.
According to the National Alliance to End Homelessness, Hawaii has the highest number of homeless people relative to their population.
As a kid raised in the valleys of the Waianae coast, I've seen how this image has penetrated the lives of those who call the city home. It was one of the many reasons why I knew I needed to find a way to rewrite the narrative of my hometown. I think my community is what drove me to pursue education. I knew that if I wanted to affect change, then higher learning was essentially what was going to earn me a spot at the table. I also had a single mother growing up, and she really stressed the importance of getting my degree and going to college.
My high school volleyball coach was very big on education. He is very well connected, so he was actually responsible for connecting me with the coach that recruited me to go play for Cal Baptist. My initial plan was to stay home and not play volleyball, but the opportunity presented itself and I was offered a full tuition ride to play at Cal Baptist under a volleyball scholarship.
Okay, did you completed your degree? Do you speak honestly?
Actually, no, I left one class shy. As far as me being able to advance my career even further, if I had the degree, yeah, I think, yes, I would have been probably further along.
Where I grew up, it isn't very common that you meet a person with a college degree. In Waianae Valley, more often than not, community members enter straight into the workforce after high school. And as for the ones who do go to school, they seldom ever finish or stay in the community. Enter me, she says in parentheses, child of a single parent and the backdrop of a struggling and voiceless community. What did I decide I wanted to do? Journalism. It's the only thing that made sense to me. And it made complete sense to me. Because when it comes to policy creation and legislation, cities with lower concentrations of educated individuals are not given proper attention. They're not given a voice. I saw this with my mom, who struggled to survive as she worked her way up a ladder where degree-holding employees started higher and were given more responsibility, more value. I also saw this translated when I began writing news in my hometown and connecting with community members. My eyes were open to see the importance of sharing their stories, but I also saw how destructive a lack of education is on the success of a community. Education didn't grant intrinsic value to the places where I grew up, but I knew that through getting an education, I could network and build the skills that I needed to build in order to create a platform where I can tell truthful and authentic stories. And I think in doing that, I'm able to reshape the idea that the world has about my community. There's still a lot of work to be done to better the status of my hometown. But I'm in college now because I believe that I can educate myself and locate a platform for those in Waianae, Maile, Nanakuli, each of these cities containing their own uniqueness and value, but only ever displayed negatively to the outside world. I chose to get an education so that I can be a voice for the people who have long believed that they have none. Because although my hometown was ranked among the worst, I refuse to let anyone go on believing that.